Got the iced coffee on deck. We back at you. We got M.U.B.U Krump for this limited edition series of the late great Zacktv1. We just gonna break down some of the perspectives of what some of these gentlemen were saying during their interviews with Zacktv1.
Well, motherfucker need to check the score there, man. Ain't none of us dead. Ain't none of us died in years. You feel me? So motherfucker need to really check the score. Cause she's...
Did he say that too early? Did they make him eat his own words? Or was the thing that he was saying truth, which in return made his life more valuable to be taken?
Somebody losing, it ain't us, you feel me?
Right. That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. Damn, man. Damn, oh yeah. You a rapper, ain't you?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, motherfucker.
But I ain't a rapper, man. Don't even compare me to these niggas, man.
But you be spitting, man. You got some shit dropping for the people soon?
Yeah, I got some shit coming up, man. Rapping in the purge, man.
Why not? All the rest of these weak ass niggas riding the wave, bro, could really rap better than half of these goof ass niggas. Fuck it.
And I didn't live this shit, bro. Like, I'm living this shit through my eyes, you feel me?
Right. That's what's up, man. That's real shit, man. Now earlier we actually got cut off, but you was saying like your little brother, like he was part of that. He started that OTF shit.
He was one of the founders. Like any motherfucker tell you that. Dirk will tell you that. Any Whoop that been in the interview, he told my little brother is Banks. You feel me? That's OTF Banks.
Shout out my little brother Vernie.
They'll tell you.
He an OTF founder too. Little bro will tell you what's real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, might look like we on two opposite sides of the fence, but this is me talking to you, telling little bro will tell you what's real. Like, he ain't gonna sugarcoat it. He'll be 100 about it.
Right. That's crazy, man. So y'all...
The thing is, a lot of these niggas that's then was killed and that then passed on now, that Zacktv, the interview, a lot of these people were the original ones that was around certain individuals before Hollywood. I mean, I say before Hollywood, before Chicago and Chirac went completely DJ academic Hollywood and shit like that, way before a lot of other people was putting the spotlight on Chicago. A lot of the ones that can attest to a lot of the things that people are saying, those are the majority of the ones that's gone now. So in return, if you ain't got no opposition saying anything to counteract anything that you saying in your raps, then you're gonna be able to continue to get over on the people and have them thinking that you live in one way, but in reality you ain't really like that.
Been around before this shit was all on TV and
Before all this shit, bro. Before all this shit.
Man. Do y'all
ain't no facades.
Do y'all think this little
R.P. Krump, you heard no?
Put that out. You know what I'm saying, between...
I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 with you, bro. This Chicago, so you know it's always like, you know what I'm saying, two ways to skin a cat, but it's political at the same time too, so the streets gonna do its justice. But what I can tell you is that if a motherfucker fall back and start staying in their lane and start getting them some money and focusing on what really matter, and the motherfucker probably, you know what I'm saying, can be, you know, out the way. But until then, until motherfuckers stay out of everybody's business, a motherfucker gonna keep getting dropped, shot, and you know, shit gonna keep being on the news. Cause a motherfucker staying in motherfuckers' business, you know what I'm saying?
So when you say business, do you mean like dissing clicks and songs and shit like that? You mean?
I mean all that shit, you know what I'm saying? Whatever fall under the category, I'm applying to it. So you know, without even me asking that question, that's definitely a part of, you know what I'm saying, what I'm saying.
Bet.
I don't really like get into like detail or whatever.
Right.
I talk, and if it go over a motherfucker's head, it go over their head. But if you catch it, you catch it.
Fact, exactly how I talk, boy. I talk, nigga, in parables, nigga. I talk, if it go over your head, it go over your head. The way I talking, I ain't finna slow it up. I ain't finna try to be more calculated or slow my message down. The way it's flowing is the way it's gonna come out. When I turn on my water of knowledge, nigga, it's a waterfall, nigga. I don't got no slow leak like a lot of these niggas do, where they gotta build up momentum for 2-3 hours just to say 5 to 10 minutes worth of good information out of a whole 1 hour video and shit. No, that's not me.
Feel it.
That's what it is, man. That's what it is, man. Man, DC guys in the motherfucking building, man. What else y'all want to address for the streets, man? Like they coming, Crump got the.
The
Back
Chirac
it up a little bit.
scorekeeper. Now, if y'all know who that is,
Come here.
Who the fuck is a scorekeeper? Now, the person that's known as a scorekeeper is this individual that's known as Krump. Now, apparently, he's with the shits. He's a savage, but most notably, he's known for retelling hood stories on Twitter, and not only that, awarding victories. Now, he usually tells.
We see by this video, I don't know about the other gentleman. He dead, he dead, he dead, and he dead. To go to show you right now, all stand-up gentlemen in their own fashion. You hear me though? That's 051 Melly. Look, he looks way younger than what he looked now. So back then he probably still in his teens. This nigga, that's the older OG nigga, he had just got out of jail for 10 years. You hear me though? R.P. Zach, R.P. Krump. This is what's happening to our history as far as just being niggas. We ain't gonna have no goddamn Frank Lucases, and we ain't gonna have no Dick Gregory's, and we ain't gonna have them older men that didn't survive the testimony or survive the tribulations to be able to look back on the shit that they once did and say, damn, I'm glad I made it, or I'm glad I chose to do differently, or I'm glad I was able to make it out of that circumstance a certain way. No, because of the shit that they was speaking about was the actual facts, it sped up their process in which people wanted to silence them.
Or keeps track of who the fuck is up, who's down, who's tied,
Yes, sir.
who hit a buzzer beater, who hit a game winning three. He's keeping up with the fuck. So you want to know who the fuck got choked? This is a guy to ask. Now, allegedly, he got
See, that's a DJ Academics before he started showing his face. Because a lot of people don't know, he didn't come out showing his face. No. He was just the voice behind a lot of that stupid ass shit that he was conjuring up, making his own skits and stories out of real shit that was going on. But he never could live up to what Zacktv was doing.
I found out that that
Hey, matter of fact, I was rhyming before I was rapping, nigga. I was trying to take shit. You was acting before you was rapping, nigga. You was on your Drake shit. No, don't get it twisted, my nigga.
That you was acting before you was rapping, you was on your Drake shit. He's just saying, a lot of these niggas, like just like SBG Brick said, a lot of these niggas forced to be real. So niggas was already acting a certain role or playing a certain role before they got this rap money. And once niggas get that money, it's gonna actually let them know, let them be able to be who they actually want to be in the first place. Cause now in their mind, they feel like I got enough money where I ain't got to be around them niggas no more to act a certain way. And I can act like whoever I wanna, whatever I wanna act like, and take the people that ain't gonna say shit to me about the shit that I'm saying, because they just grateful enough to be out of that situation as well.
This ain't a Drake diss. This is this to any nigga that was acting and wasn't getting paid for it. Played top outside the club and got sprayed for it. This rap shit easy, I was made for it. You get whack, we pop spade for it. I'm coolin' with the nigga that did the hit and the nigga that paid for it. I feel like Jay-Z back in his prime, probably way before he smashed beat. These niggas is pussies. If you
Ask me, so don't ask me. You heard me? These niggas pussies, so don't ask
I'm
me.
winning this shit. Tell FA to ask CB that. Ain't shit like your favorite rapper, I'm speaking facts. Niggas sharing chains and getting them snatched. Call a real nigga phone like is you getting it back. No, bro, I ain't getting in that.
Man, who we got? What happened on Zacktv1, bro?
It is certain shit you got to be able to go through that you can stand on and that you're willing to die for. To have you be able to have certain type of energies and certain type of persona that you put out that motherfuckers really don't like that energy that you got, because regardless, even if you know a motherfucker can't kill you, you ain't gonna let that stop you from being who you gonna be. even if it takes your life. So a lot of these people that we gonna go through on this limited series, these was all men that was willing to die about the shit that they stood on, and ain't nothing wrong with that. Just be willing to die about the shit that you quote unquote believe in, or the, quote unquote the shit that you stand for. That's really all this life is about right now, is dying for something that's more righteous than you. So anything that you stand for is more righteous than you, because this is the shit that makes you who you is. So if you stand for fuck shit and bitch made shit, then guess what? You ain't never gonna you never gonna be willing to die for any of that shit, because you know you don't actually go by that shit anyway. You just some shit that make you feel good in the moment. But if you ain't gonna die about it, don't lie about it.
What the fuck is it talk about in the streets of Chicago, man? We got the scorekeeper right here. Like, we on the east side too, just let motherfuckers know we live on the east side. Like,
Laugh for the darn, laugh for the real niggas, man. R.P. Krump, you heard me?
Shit in the streets. We ain't even trying to be on that, but I need to ask you some real shit. Like, why motherfuckers hate M.U.B.U, bro? What's up, man?
Man, your ass hate M.U.B.U. It's something wrong with you. Like, that's man up, bed up. Like,
How you gonna hate getting some money? That's crazy. Motherfucker say I'm bad up, M.U.B.U K. How you gonna be M.U.B.U K? We man up, we getting to the money.
That's what it is.
a lot of these niggas be moving came from New York, LA, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas be from Chicago, like, can't even, like, you can't be the king of Chicago, you can't be claiming no Chicago shit, bro. And you can't walk up in this store right here. You can't walk over here. Ain't not one block a motherfucker won't pop up on, you feel?
That's what's up, that's what's up.
That's what I say. A lot of people, they don't go back to Chicago for the most part because they done burnt a lot of their bridges that they supposedly had built growing up in the trenches. So that's the thing, when you go up in the trenches, the only thing that's gonna keep you alive is the amount of bridges that you got. Man, that's a whole nother fucking level right there. It's the only reason people get to survive as long as they do in the hood, in the trenches, is all because of the bridges that you done built with certain individuals in certain areas or neighborhoods, whether they got more clout or a little more reputation than you, or they known for a more reckless type of behavior. But if you done built a bridge with those people, and now they look at you as a respectable stand-up nigga. Like a lot of the relationships that I built in my neck of the woods was not because I had to do shit, no, because motherfuckers knew I stood on what I said, and I ain't give a fuck, and I'm gonna always be there. So no, I ain't gotta be the nigga that's gonna be the send-off nigga, or I ain't gotta be the nigga that's going with 5, 6, 7 other niggas to go jump 2 niggas. No, I ain't gotta be that nigga, cause I'm the nigga that I know a nigga ain't gonna fuck with me though. You heard me though? So long as you don't fuck with me and you don't bring that shit to me, we ain't got no fucking problem. As simple as that. And it ain't too many niggas that's like that left. So I'm glad I got to peep game from outside of the box. You heard me?
Right. Now, when you talk about out east, man, how big is out east, bro?
From the state to the lake.
From the state to the lake.
Everybody in the streets know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? State to the lake. So we know the little past King Drive all the way to the lake.
Oh man, that's what's up, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is.
Now talk about DC, man, Joe City, man. Talk about that for a minute, man. So
I say a lot of these ones that were from over east or any different parts of Chicago, a lot of them died with the genuine traditions of and morals, and stood for the shit that shit was actually built upon. Oh. And not for as far as like gang banging or territorial wise, no, but the shit that built that area up from the ground up, which is just this certain standard and way of living where I'ma hold me down just like I hold my the next nigga down, and I'm gonna goddamn not let another nigga get over or fuck over us, just like I would expect you not to let another nigga get over and fuck over us. So if anybody go in between those lines or outside of those lines, then they got to be dealt with. And they kept it thorough, like he said. It wasn't even they didn't have no 40 or 50 dudes with them and nothing like that. This was like smaller type cliques. And this is what people don't understand. Them big, large ass cliques, them be the motherfuckers that's completely fake. Cause a lot of them niggas don't even fuck with each other. They just are together with each other just because it make them feel safe at that time. That it's more of them than the opposition. But when you willing to stand on your 10, 12, 15 people that you gonna rock out with, make you feel more like 300 Spartan type shit. So, like I said, R.I.P. M.U.B.U Krump. And this was just a perspective of men that stood and died for what they believed in. Regardless, like I said, if it ended up costing them their life. But, and this is why I say, Zacktv was ahead of his time. Because not only did his life get taken short, but all these other men's life that got taken short as well was able to be documented. So now, 5, 6 years later, we got people like me that can go back in time and make a historical documentation from a different perspective about those situations and those encounters, looking back at where we see the rap game now. Because a lot of people know the rap game is totally food, the shit is Hollywood, but back then they was already saying this same type of shit, that the rap game was Hollywood and shit like that. But a lot of people are like, we don't really know, because a lot of people from Chicago were still fucking with a lot of people that's more popular now from Chicago as far as artist-wise. And know why? Because they still had those bridges to the trenches when on a plateau up the rap game. But once they plateaued and got to their highest point, they burnt them bridges because they feel like, oh nigga, ain't no going back now. It ain't no way I'm had to go back to the goddamn to Chicago. I might fall a little bit down from here and I just had to stay in this penthouse or this penthouse, but I ain't never gonna have to go back to the trenches. So once niggas know that they ain't never gotta go back, once niggas know they ain't never gonna have to retreat or need you for anything else as far as safety or anything like that, because they feel like they got enough money now, then that's when niggas start to burn bridges. So it's been real. TV, let's start for the Staten High, and we out.